Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the main stage of University Star League, the competitive finals, and we're going to go into the semifinals very soon. But before that, we're going to talk a little bit about what you can actually get if you manage to win this tournament. We have a whole bunch of stuff from Kingston HyperX, SSDs, and things like this. But for the first place, we have something epically pink. I have Violet gear with me here, Julia Stillert, and you're making gear. Mainly gaming related stuff. You're crafting a lot of stuff. Yes, that's what you do. So I have a short promo I'm going to show them in a few seconds. I just want to talk about, in the promo you'll see a little something about what you do. You're building all kinds of stuff right now. You're working on what, furniture? Yeah, I'm working with gaming furniture. I'm making a special gaming desk and also chairs. Yeah. With StarCraft 2 symbols on the back. Oh my God. How much for those? Sorry, they're not for sale. No, I want them. I've seen, you can go into your Facebook, which is facebook.com/Julia Stillert, which is your page for Violet gear, and you also have a Tumblr as well. Yeah. And you can see pictures, and I saw you've built one desk. No, you built a, is it a desk? Oh, it's a bureau. A bureau, yeah. Bureau. Bureau. Let's say so, yes. It's a bureau with the Zerg logo on top, and then old PlayStation controllers for handles. And you built that from scratch as well. Yeah, I designed it as well. Oh, pretty cool. Now, you're making the University Star League prize, the first place prize, and you've been telling me that you've put in a lot of time and effort into it. Yeah. Spent many hours on this project. I want to win this. I'm going to start playing. I'm going to keep the players out. I have the power to do that. Don't worry. I'll take that home. No, I don't know. Next year. Yeah, so exactly, that's true. I don't know what it is. All I've seen is a big thing wrapped in, and you've been very secret about it. So it's going to be very interesting to see when we have the actual prize award ceremony. But to show off what you do a little more, we have a short promo movie for Violet gear that we're going to show right now.
Hello, my name is Julia Stillert, aka Violet Gear. I'm a crafts artist and I mainly create gaming related pieces, and this is my workshop. I've been crafting since I was very young, about like kindergarten, 6 years old or something. Back then it was ordinary stuff like glue and little balls and pearls and necklaces and stuff. I've been taking courses in crafting for many years, once a week. This is my desk where the magic happens. Where I game and where I create stuff and build things. I'm working on a S02 cosplay, female version, and it's going very well. S02 Psyblade, and it's going to look a bit like this. I've always been interested in making stuff that I can relate to. I take pieces of my life and put them in things I do, and now it's games.
And Taro Adun.
I've been gaming for about PC gaming for about 1 or 2 years, and other games like Game Boy and Nintendo for many years. My favorite games right now are StarCraft, of course, and Fable, Skyrim, Bioshock. Right now I'm making the prize for UniSL. It's a secret, but it's gonna be very cool and very interesting.
All right, so we got a small show of what you've been making, and the players are standing here going, I want to win this. They're looking very eager. Awesome stuff. So you've been putting a lot of time and effort into this, so it's going to be very nice to see what it is when we actually have the prize award ceremony. Now, before I throw you away from here and start interviewing the players, you have a desk set up down in the bar, which is the best place to set up a desk, by the way, where you're crafting stuff, and you can go there and craft stuff.
I can show you how to make a spine crawler. And a spur crawler, which I'm making into the spine crawler. I'm making into a lamp.
Oh, the spine crawler lamp. Oh, that's so cool. So if you're a crafty bastard, then you should go down to the bar, grab a beer and craft something. That'd be awesome. Thank you very much for this short interview, and it's going to be so much fun to see the prize. Thank you. Big hand for Violet here, guys. I'll take mine. Thank you. All right, so with that, it's about time to start jumping into the semifinals. We're going to take a short look at the schedule here for the semifinals to see what's going to be happening. Let's throw them up on the big screen. And right now, we're going to have PH Winter versus Xefania, and then PWF Lunar playing with Fire Lunar versus J-Ray C. And that's the semifinals, of course, and then at 8 o'clock we're going to start the grand final. So we have a lot of gaming to do, so I'm going to bring up the two players. You were waiting here eagerly enough. We've had you waiting for all too long. I'm going to hand you a mic each. So guys, hello tall freaks.
Hello.
I don't feel inferior at all. You're better than me at StarCraft, and you're taller. Thank you very much. So, how do you feel? How are you feeling for this matchup?
Pretty good.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
You all look very excited, and you were giving each other thumbs up over here. So, there's looks good. Is confidence on top? You go ahead.
I'm not going to lose a game.
You're not going to lose a game.
No,
You're going to take this. And how do you feel?
Yeah, he's gonna lose a game.
Yeah, or he's going to lose a game. Fair enough. Now, as this is an introductory interview, and we've talked a lot to you guys already, I'm not going to talk about any strategies or so forth because, well, I want to leave you to show that to the opponent during the matches. I'm just going to wish you good luck. Let's go into semifinal one. Give us a handshake and a warm hand for these two guys. And let's see some great games. So with that, I'm just gonna pop this over to the casters. Take it away.
Hello there, ladies and gentlemen, all the viewers on Twitch, all the viewers here in Kista at the University Star League Finals. Welcome to the semifinals of the University Star League Season 2. How are you doing, Lucas?
The first semifinals.
The first semifinals. Well, this is the semifinal block, pretty much.
Yeah. I'm doing fine. I went and had something to eat, so I feel completely rejuvenated, and I also had a chai latte as well. So I'm in much better shape now. Thank you for bearing with me, guys.
Everything seems fine. Great. Anyway, we're going to have Winter against Xefania. The two players have really impressed me so far. Xefania's builds against Protoss, against Haravant in the quarterfinals seemed really, really weird. I thought, like, what is he doing, really? What's going on? But it really worked out. Haravant really tried the blind counter, but it didn't work really. Xefania just seemed so solid and took the series 3-0. On the other hand, Winter also 3-0'd Scylla. So two players that went 3-0 in their respective quarterfinals. I'm sure we're up for some great games here.
If I recall correctly, you told me you'd spoken to Winter?
Yeah, I did.
And what kind of player was he?
Well, he said that he's generally quite an aggressive player, but he feels like with Xefania's meching playstyle, I mean, he went mech for all the 3 games against Protoss, and I suspect we're going to see mech against Zerg as well. Winter said that he's probably going to go for the macro game. He's probably just going to mass expand and try to take the map, and then in the late game probably go into maybe a Roach Hider Viper composition or go into the faster Brutals with Infestor support. We'll see, it's going to be interesting to watch, but I really hope for some macro games, and as a Terran player myself, I really love mech.
Okay, you're the mech kind of guy.
I'm a mech kind of guy, it's awesome.
But looking at the map pool, what maps do we have here? MrBadExample.
The first map is Whirlwind.
Whirlwind, okay.
Which is not the best mech map, I'd say.
No, I definitely agree. Like, it's very big and very open. A lot of space to flank and come in from the sides and stuff like that. However, going for the macro style from Winter, Jaedong's mass expand style can do very well on a map of that size.
Definitely. It's going to be interesting to see if he wants to go for the ranged weapons upgrades and go for the more road shadow composition, as we saw MadLisk do on this very map.
It did work very well.
It did work very well for MadLisk against UAC. It's the only map she won. But it still feels a bit weird, like a little dicey on a big map like that, when there's a lot of space to cover, especially if you go for the mass expansions. Maybe a more Ling Muta style would make more sense, but on the other hand, it's not going to fare very well against a mech in a straight-up engagement.
In terms of mobility, you enjoy great mobility with Zergling and Mutalisks, but it's a very soft skin composition.
Absolutely. I mean, if you get in on the Hellbats and the Thors get a couple of good shots, you're pretty much dead.
Absolutely, and if the turn decides to incorporate Widowmines, it gets even more difficult to engage correctly.
But the thing is that with Xefania's, at least what we've seen of him in the quarterfinals, he played super passive. He
he was a very passive
until he had like 30 tanks, 25 Hellbats, and then moved out with a maxed army. But with that said, with all the premises away,
everything's sorted, ladies and
jump
gents.
into the game.
Yes, sir.
Here we are.
You take it away.
In the first quarterfinal, semifinal, actually.
Oh, yeah.
Of the University Star League Season 2 finals. Up in the top left corner, playing as a red Zerg for Team Love Your Girlfriend, it is Winter.
Yeah.
You want to introduce his opponent?
Oh, I'd love to. And here we have him, the blue Terran, spawning in the bottom right corner here on Whirlwind. He is Xefania.
He is indeed.
He's looking very serious in his booth.
Absolutely, he is. When it comes to the openings here on Whirlwind, with the cross positions, I mean, going for just, when you have went for the very passive mech style in all games, I'm sure Xefania knows that Winter knows.
Oh yeah.
I mean, he's got to know that.
Did Winter watch those games?
He probably did.
So, I mean, he definitely should have an idea of how Xefania wants to play out.
Yeah, but the thing is, I think that Xefania knows that Winter knows his style.
Oh, yeah,
so
okay. So
I guess that Xefania would not be completely far off with throwing in a cheese or some kind of aggressive play some game during the series. However, I don't think this is the map for it.
No. I think it's interesting that he decides to go for the barracks first, actually, with the gas, like as compared to going for a CC first on this map.
I mean, CC first is definitely what Winter would expect.
Yeah,
and I wouldn't be completely surprised to just see a 3-hatch before pool even.
No, absolutely. He could definitely get away with that.
Yeah.
But that is why I'm a bit conflicted about Xefania's choice to go for the barracks first on this. Is he just going to be getting that Reaper to get a scout up, or is he going to go for a faster factory and just go to fast reactor Hellions? And what do you think he's going to be doing with the scout?
I mean, going for fast reactor Hellions would be pretty weird. So I hope just for a sec that he's just going to make one Reaper, hopefully even pull off gas.
Oh yeah, there we have.
No,
the
he's not
single
pulling
Reaper.
off gas, but he's just going to get out in his expansion a little bit later, but get out the Reaper for some faster scouting, just to be a bit safer. And but I think Winter's really happy with this.
Yeah, he looks in good shape going for that gas and then the pool. I think he's going to go for just leaving a single drone on that gas.
He's probably going to do that. I mean, just getting up the gas before the pool is a perfectly safe play.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, you have, as a Zerg, you have to have some kind of measure to deal with the Hellions that are eventually going to be coming out of the Terran almost every game. We saw MadLisk, for example, putting down a wall and some spine crawlers to deal with it. But one other way to deal with it is just to get the really fast metabolic boost, get the speed upgrade ASAP, and then just do speedlings, try doing surround and defend the Hellions with the speed Zerglings.
Yeah. Now we see here that Winter actually pulls every single drone off gas. So he's just going to go and get that speed right away, going for 2 queens right now. He's probably going to go up to a total of 4. Could potentially get even more queens, depending on how aggressively you want to be spreading that creep. No third yet, though, so you might lose a drone. Oh, nice block here from Xefania, but he doesn't quite get it. The links come in to...
I mean, has he been playing Dota? That looked like something just right out of Dota, just blocking the drone, trying to get down the extractor. Gets one Zergling though, but it's not the biggest of a deal. I mean, you should, as a high-level Zerg player, you should really never lose a drone to the Reaper. And
no.
Looks like Winter's just going to be very safe. He lost one Zergling, so this Reaper not doing all the work, but just getting some scouting done and realizing that he's pretty safe.
Yeah, and we have that factory coming down here now for Xefania, and he does have that second gas, so yeah, mech.
Yeah, probably. I mean, it's far too early to tell, I think. But
I'm just going to go ahead and say mech, because he did, going mech 3 games in a row.
I mean, watching the game earlier, yeah, I would guess it's going to be mech, but I can't tell for sure just with this opening.
so far it looks very standard. So I mean,
Yeah.
he could do anything, like decide to change his play up. I don't think that Winter would actually expect a bio play coming out of Xefania, like in the game #1 on the map of this size.
Well, what is really weird is the second gas. I mean, just looking at Xefania's resources, he has a lot of gas right now that he wants to use.
This Reaper is going to
he's
fall.
going to lose the Reaper. Wow. That's not the hugest deal, but it's just going to leave Winter with a bit more safety to move out and take a third base. And there you can see, as soon as the Reaper is killed, he moves out with the drones to his third base.
That's the only map control he has until these Hellions decide to move out. He's going to wait. He's going for double starboard right now. Is this going to be 2-foot Banshee?
2-foot Banshee, definitely. I can't see anything else he wants to do. But if Winter
No,
gets
if he gets in here,
race the depots. Oh, did Winter spot it though?
Can we go to his vision and see, like, because
He saw one building.
okay.
I'm not 100% sure if. I mean, he would have been really have to be really fast to click on that and actually spot that this is
but if it was a single starport, it wouldn't be anything unusual at this point.
Well, if he spots one starport, he's probably going to expect like Hellion Banshee pressure.
Yeah, but not double.
Exactly, but it's
2-foot Banshee. That is really old school.
Definitely. I mean, it's not that something that Winter's going to be expecting, and yeah, I mean, this is definitely you could say this is a cheese, or at least something really ways to use to throw Winter off his game.
If it doesn't do like sufficient damage, he'll find himself falling in behind in terms of tech and in terms
here
of
comes
macro.
actually the Zerglings though for Winter with a really fast speed upgrade. I mean,
is he going to get so
he
close?
races the depots, but now Winter knows exactly what's going on. Or not exactly.
Has he seen the double starport?
No, he sees only one stop, but it's going to kill a bunch of SCVs here. The Hellions comes back from Xefania though.
Again, forcing these Hellions back is great for Winter, which it'll allow him to expand his creep.
But even more Zerglings coming in from Winter.
Oh no, I don't think they're not going to be able to deal with these Hellions, but because they're positioned very, very well. Now Winter's taking his third base behind all of this. It has just finished now, and he's going for double engineering bay, evolution chamber, as well as a lair.
Well, if he had to guess, how many workers did Winter kill?
Not more than 5.
Yeah, actually just 2 SCVs went down. I thought it was going to be a lot more, but Xefania with a micro
he controlled that very nice.
Okay, so this is
a lot of Hellions.
Exciting.
Hellion Banshee.
Is he moving out with his first 2 Banshees? I think that's quite a mistake.
He wants
I would have loved
it
for him to pull Banshees.
Like, yeah, he waits for until like 4 Banshees.
Yeah, at least 4 Banshees, maybe even 6.
They 2-shot a queen, don't they? 4 Banshees.
Yeah, I would think so.
Banshees have crazy damage, actually.
They even actually out DPS a Viking against the Colossi.
They do?
Watch. Okay, so now Winter spots what's going on. I mean, he sees the 2 Banshees
in the middle of the map. These Banshees and Hellions, this is a lot of pressure coming in now. We have 1-1 started here for Winter. He's opting to go in for like a Roach Hydra composition, I get the feeling of, or potentially. Yeah, that's a Roach one, by the way. He will actually need to make Roaches ASAP.
Xefania needs to micro this. He's going to probably lose 1 Banshee. Oh, 2 HP on that Banshee. Now to get away. But actually,
he needs to be so careful. Oh no, he's going to knit a queen and he's going to lose a Banshee. Yeah, there we go. Good focus fire there. Second Banshee is most likely going to fall now. Yeah, there we go. Both Banshees falling. He has not rallied any more units across the map, but he's going to be able to get quite a few drones and positioning these Hellions very well.
Yeah, he should be focusing the drones right now, but
he didn't actually control that optimal, like in the optimal fashion that he could have.
I mean, it was really scary to just see that amount of Hellions against that low amount of Zerglings and Queens, but now the Zerglings are out for Winter, and these Banshees don't actually do that much against the Zerglings. However, there is a walling down with a couple of Hellions, but it's not race. He needs to race the depot. There he goes.
Okay, yeah. Winter just making sure to see there's no super fast third base here deployed for Xefania. I'd really want him to just leave a ling in order to keep track of when Xefania, when he goes for an initial third base.
He could. One cool thing to bring up is that if Xefania would use these starports to just make 1 Viking, would get like 3, 4, 5, 6 Overlord kills at least.
Absolutely. It's very smart to do. It doesn't take a lot of effort, and it really shuts down a lot of that map control that Zerg can enjoy. And again, another low HP Banshee, by the way, working with this hatchery, not mitigating to get on those drones because they don't want to be in range of that, and then this queen comes out. And,
this Banshee is actually going into duel with it.
These Banshees are actually... he is losing more money than he is... they're not worth their weight.
I mean,
they have not paid for themselves
to
at
rallying Banshees, which is really weird, especially in that he has a huge amount of Hellions here. So he's just going Hellion Banshees so far. However, there's the double armor down, going up to 4 factors. But something interesting with these starports, really, I mean, usually when you go like old school 2-pot Banshee, it's pretty much an all-in.
Yep.
But with a new patch,
you get cloak too, don't you? For the 2-pot Banshee.
Often you do, yeah.
Yes, I think it was a bit odd that he skipped the cloak, and the fact that he actually didn't do too much with those Banshees. They killed like a few queens.
Yeah, not that much.
You don't want to trade queens for Banshees. Banshees are actually quite expensive.
They are. But something important to bring up is that now with the new mech upgrades, with the new patch, I mean, Banshees aren't bad in your army.
Oh yeah,
I mean, that's something that Show has mentioned, actually, the teammate of URC from Team Property, is that he likes to go for mech against Zerg, and you actually use quite a lot of Banshees in the late game, because the really hard counter to the siege tank, especially, is the Viper, of course.
Oh yeah.
And the Viper doesn't really do anything against Banshees.
How does Blinding Cloud? It doesn't affect air units, does it?
No, they don't.
Big's around here actually chopping a lot of the Italians. He's losing a lot of these. I don't know really about the trade-off here, because now
of Xefania, though, there's a big counter-attack with Zerglings. He's getting so many civilians. Xefania's not reacting. 17 workers killed so far for Winter. This is exactly what you need to do against the meching opponent. Also in the main base, there's Zerglings everywhere from Winter.
Oh wow, he's just taking so much damage. Now he's going after. He's going to be able to get these add-ons, which is going to be really big. It's pivotal in order for Xefania to be able to maintain macro. Now 69 drones to 43 SCVs.
That's exactly. And now that we can see the production on the unit tab, that 7 Mutalisks are actually out. So this is a big transition.
I definitely like this Mutalisk transition. Xefania does have a bunch of endings. He actually made Thors, so he was anticipating this, most likely. So good game sense there from him. But now when we see Winter going up to 4th base and he's taking those gases straight away, he's got +2 carapace, almost finishing up. Do you think we're going to be seeing a fast type coming from him? Because, I mean, he is in a position to definitely go for fast type, because he's not going to be under any sort of pressure from Xefania anytime soon.
I would actually love to see a 5th base coming down and then just go up to the hive with a lot of drones, and there's actually the hive going down.
Yeah, right. Really, really quick there. I like that 14 overloads in production.
Well, and with these, I think this is really just a smart, solid play by Winter. Going for the Mutalisk is a great choice. Just going for these, I think it was like 7 or 8 Mutas, just to force the turn to react, force turrets, force Thors, and just make Xefania go for unit composition he wouldn't like to go for otherwise.
Like
and then just go
overcommit into counter, that's not actually going to be very useful.
Yeah, and then just he has the upgrades for the roaches, and just going to mass roach with maybe with some hydras later, and definitely with the vipers from the hive. So I think it's like it makes 8 hydras and then goes into roach viper, which I think is a great composition.
Yeah, absolutely. I do agree with you there. But MrBadExample, we have a Nidus
network. That's going to be really interesting.
Yeah, he can be hyper aggressive using this, just deploying that even within range of that sensor tower. I don't think that Xefania has a sufficient army to fight straight up. He can definitely not move out across the map, which is why, yeah, I think Winter is actually going to take a 5th base there on the left-hand side, and that hatchery is planted down. He's still maintaining those Mutalisks, and
Winter's actually maxed right now.
Yes.
I mean, he has total map control. He's able to make so many drones up to 80 right now, but he's actually maxed with this roach meter composition.
Glare Constitution coming in as well. He's getting
no tanks for Xefania.
Oh, this is going to be so brutal. He doesn't even raise that depot, and now the roach is going to come in. Look at how quickly they just destroy those Thors.
2 upgrades also for the roach. They're so well upgraded. And Xefania is going the victory march with these roaches, focusing down the Thors. The SCVs can't really do anything, and the Thors are going down. The Hellbat's not going to do anything.
Oh, nice micro there. Picking up that Thor with the medevac. Some really cute micro there. Hellbat's come in as well. Now, Xefania is not microing at all. I think he's just accepting this loss.
Oh, he's
dancing the roaches
with the roaches. Wow. Some would call it BM. I call it just being
a sportsman there.
YOLO.
There was a bit of an ass going on top of the 3rd base there of Winter, but that didn't matter at all.
Wow, Winter just... I mean, he knew exactly what Xefania was going to go for.
Look at him smiling there.
Except maybe for the 2-bit Banshee, but he just executed that so well, counter-attacking with a Zergling style game, then doing the Mutalisks to force a suboptimal unit composition from Xefania, and then switching into the 2-2 roach attack, and that wasn't even all in. He had a 5th base, he had a hive, he had everything going for him.
Yeah, like he could have transitioned into anything and it would have worked, because he had the economy to back it up. He was containing his opponent on 3 bases. I mean, taking a 4th base would have been impossible in this circumstance there for Xefania.
Absolutely, I mean, his hope would be to sit on 3 bases, then just macro up with some siege tanks, some banshees, and just max out, but, I mean, he didn't really scout, and he didn't actually know what was going on the other side of the map.
And like, imagine the time it would actually take for Xefania to max out, considering that he had lost so many SCVs. He was actually stuck on like 45, 50 SCVs at that point. By the time that he would have reached the 200 mech army, Winter would probably been on like 7 or 8 bases, and he could have traded any sort of composition just to eventually whittle Xefania down.
He could, definitely. And with that said, I think we should actually be looking at some player overlays, if we have them right now, to just see something about the players, we just get to know them. Here, there is actually Winter. It says PH Winter. Wow.
He goes to
the Red Cross.
Folkhögskola, would you say?
I mean, it's some kind of school for the Red Cross.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Cool.
I never knew that they actually had something called that.
No. His favorite unit is the Hellbat, and his least favorite unit is the Hellbat. Something we've seen actually lots of players picking the same unit as a favorite and least favorite, which is a bit weird.
That doesn't make sense to me. I guess it's love-hate thing.
Yeah, probably a love-hate
relationship. Make it or break it, you know?
Definitely. And there is Xefania. I'm not surprised at his favorite unit.
He's not even a cat.
He's actually
nothing.
No. Yeah, there is from Lund, so maybe he's actually been traveling far just to come up here.
I was talking to a few guys at the bar yesterday who had come all the way down here from what is it called?
The northern parts of Sweden.
Yeah, the snowy parts of Sweden. They have snow there already.
Part.
Yeah,
all the parts are snowy, pretty much.
Yeah, I guess you could say that winter
should learn something about your country, man.
Winter is coming.
Winter is coming, indeed, in this next game. What do you think of the crowd? Is Winter going to take this one, or is Xefania going to be able to bounce back? Derelict Watcher is going to be the map, and I would not say this is the greatest map for mech. I hope it throws in something weird.
So,
throws it up at least.
Yeah, he could. Honestly, I would really say that he could get, Hellion Reaper Banshee is really abusive on this map. However, how about we introduce our players, MrBadExample?
How about we do that here in the top right corner? Maybe it's time for Love Your Girlfriend's Winter.
And here we have him spawning in the bottom left corner on Derelict Watcher. Game number 2. Will he be able to thaw the snow? He is the blue Terran Xefania.
I'd probably say this is one of the least wintry maps. I mean, it's quite like sandy.
Oh, well, you know, like... No, wait, it's not sandy, it's Protosy. I mean, look at those... The gas geysers are actually beautiful. I love the cosmetics on this map.
I mean, isn't that like...
It looks so cool.
Sand?
No, that's not sand, it's...
But what is this then, it's not sand?
It's like Protoss armor plating.
So you tell me they made a planet of Protoss armor plating?
It's not a planet, like, it's a derelict space station, maybe? I mean, it is Protosy. I mean, you can't deny that.
It's Protosy, definitely.
Yeah.
But it's got to be made of something, right? It's
Protoss armor, or like something like that. Some sort of
make a planet of armor?
Some sort of foreign alloy that is unknown to Terran kind. Winter going for a hat-trick first, and we see Xefania going for that gas Rax Reaper. Probably.
Gas Reaper, yeah, probably. I mean, this map is like not the best Reaper map, but not the worst either. I mean, it can go either way.
Yeah, but still, I'd want Xefania to go for CC first. You know, like catch up in terms of economy. Because if you let Winter be, like, if Winter can establish an economy he's comfortable on, he gets really hard to stop.
Absolutely. I mean, Winter is known to put down the pressure if he's got the opportunity. So definitely think that's something he could be doing. However, in Xefania's base there is the Reaper and the Orbital Command Center. I'm surprised that he's not pulling guys to the gas. I mean, it could be a second Reaper, it could be just a fast factory for the Hellions, but
yeah, I feel it's going to be a factory.
I actually prefer to delay the factory in order to get down a faster third command
center
when you're up against someone
I
like
definitely
Winter.
agree with. I mean, Winter is a macro player. Like he could most likely probably play all in. I mean, we haven't seen him do that really, but I mean you have to be a flexible player, you know, you have to have a lot of cards in your hand.
That's true.
Now we see the Reaper moving out across the map anyway, and it's going to be interesting to see what Winter decides to be doing here. He has the initiative coming into this series right now, currently up 1-0 over Xefania. So we will see what Winter decides to do. He's not going to be grabbing any gas right now. Do you think he's just going to go for gas as third base? He could definitely pull that off.
I'm not sure about how fast the third base will be, but I think it's going to stay gasless until maybe about 5 minutes until it takes his extractors, but then probably maybe take more than one. It's I would say it's quite risky to get down the fast third base, especially on this map, since it's such a long distance from your natural to your third base. It's really wide.
It is pretty big. But anyway, here we have the second gas coming down for Xefania, so it looks identical to the game on World from him so far.
Yeah, this fast second gas, I mean, it's not the most common thing to do, and you really have to do something with it now that you have put it down. Last game it was a stupid Banshee, which didn't really do anything. No,
trading Banshees for Queens. He does have the factory complete though, so he's going to start that Hellion production shortly. Completing and will often a few of these Queens, just forcing that Reaper out. Still no gas for Winter, and he is getting additional Queens, just getting some creep spread up and droning.
Droning, as
drones are good.
As is custom to the Zerg race. They like to drone. Pretty much. I mean, what do you think about workers? Which one is the cutest in your opinion?
I just think drones are super cute.
You think?
Yeah, like the way they like fly. It looks like they're flying. I think it's super cute. I mean, see?
Yeah, they are like flapping their wings when they're going around.
Just like, it's so weird, but it's cute.
But I mean, aren't probes kind of floating as well?
Yeah, they are. They sound cute though. Or something. I don't know. How do probes sound?
What does the probe say?
Anyway, being Xefania now, he's doing exactly everything that he did in game number 1. He's got the Reaper intact though, so he did save that for a bit longer.
Look in Xefania's base.
Oh my god.
This is mind games. Ladies and gentlemen.
He's doing it again.
I mean, it could be that he just has one build against Zerg, but I prefer to call it that this is so high-level mind games. I mean,
you would
like
the exact same build.
It's the exact same build.
You wouldn't expect that.
Yeah, I mean, especially when the build is... I mean, we saw, for example, in GRC West Madness, GRC went for pretty much the same build.
Oh no, but however, here comes the Overlord, so I think he's going to see this.
Oh, there's no Marines, what? 6 Hellions and 1 Reaper. There is not a single Marine out for Xefania.
I'm really curious to why he is...
Is Winter not going to see this? He sees the tech club researching something.
He needs to turn the Overlord to the left, because otherwise that could be anything.
Winter! You got a micro Overlord, man.
Wake up. Oh no, he's...
Winter, please.
Okay, and here comes the Marine. And actually, the Hellions Reaper have done quite considerable damage, half-healthing that archery, and now he's supposed to pull out as these roaches come in to save the day. Cloak. This time, however, being the variation that I think that would have given him an edge in the previous game on Whirlwind. Now that is going to come into play quite a lot here. We have a 1-1 started, by the way, for Winter, so he's going to find himself in an upgrade advantage. And now these roaches are actually doing a pretty good job, and he was focused firing the weakened Hellions there.
Well, high level micro there from Winter. I actually would think that the reason he did not turn around with Overlord was that he saw 2 tech labs next to each other, so he probably could expect that it was the same build from last game from Xefania, but that would be really weird, as he's not actually preparing for the Banshees at all. No Spore Crawlers going down, no Overseer so far, and just the 4 Queens, so I think Xefania can do some damage here. Yeah, but I think he's just going to he's going to lose these Hellions, and here the Banshee comes in, but I think he's going to rely on Overseers and Queens to hold this off. Roadfor, Hydralisk then coming down, and the Constitution as well. First Overseer morphing right now. Cloak just finished. So he does have a small timing window to take out that Queen. But this does not, and the third fairly fast third base here for Xefania. Switching things up, I like this. I mean, the thing with Xefania's play right here is that this 2-port Banshee is such a huge investment. Here goes in,
nice transfuse going down there.
1 Banshee and pulls out. But the thing is that this is such a huge investment. I mean, 2-port Banshee gets so many resources with the cloak as well.
200 gas.
So he needs to do a lot of damage, and he has not been able to do that damage at all so far.
On average, each Banshee needs to kill about 6 drones to be cost efficient.
Maybe.
Here the Overlord comes in. He does see a single engineering bay and confirms these 2 starports. I mean, just like you said, so much money has been invested into this without really anything happening. So now, if I was Winter, I'd get really comfortable. Just make sure to scout efficiently and just tech and potentially even go and grab a 4th base. I mean, Xefania really has to find out what's going on. So there's a lot of creeps but here, but more importantly, there is the 2-2 going on. The Burrow, the clear Constitution, and the Hydralisk range groove spine. Yes.
So if Winter just waits for the Hydra range and the Roach Burrow movement, and just like maxes out on Roach Hydra with 2-2 and attacks, Xefania needs so many siege tanks to hold this. That, and last game he made 0 siege tanks.
Yeah,
so
his second factory did finish though, so he should probably be getting looking to get to tech club on that. Interestingly enough, he does go for a planetary in his third base. What do you think about that?
It's definitely an unusual choice. I would generally say that it's pretty much never a good idea. However, in this matchup, when you're going for mech, you generally have some minerals to spare, so it's not going to be a terrible decision. Just maybe a bit of a weird choice.
Yeah, I mean, you would generally, when meching, you would generally still have siege tanks and units sufficient enough, you know, in a lockdown position to defend any sort of approaches. I feel that he is just nervous. However, Winter is slightly supplied right now. Small mistake there, but I think he did lose an overlord to a bunch of Vikings, though.
I mean, there are 64 drones on 3 bases right now for Winter. He's pretty much completely saturated on 3 base. So if he just maxes out and Roach Hydra and goes, I mean, he's going to be maxed out in about a minute. And if he just goes with a 2-2 with a maxed out army, I mean, what does Xefania even has? 5 Banshees, a bunch of Widowmines, and some Hellions?
He's making double.
There's no way he's going to hold that.
He's making double tank right now, though. But they are not set up in good positions. He does have the sensor tower, so that could give him some sort of warning. But there he has 2 siege tanks. Starting +1 now. He's very far behind in terms of upgrades. And this is going to come to play. This is going to come and punish him now if Winter decides to move in, because he is at he's pretty much maxed.
Yeah, Winter is maxed now at 13 minutes, pretty much. The thing is about unit compositions is that we actually have 6 Banshees against like 7 Hydras.
Only 7?
No,
how many Hydras does he actually have?
Oh no, more Hydras joined army, but it was 7 Hydras, so that was a pretty good point for Xefania, but now with more Hydras, it's going to be real tough. Xefania goes in with the Banshees, but he's just losing Banshees against Hydras, pull him back.
And he's just going all in here.
Winter's just pushing through, and there's not enough siege tanks. I think Winter's got this with the 2 drop upgrades. 15 roaches on the production tab. Winter's dancing
he's
with
dancing his units
again.
Every single unit here is falling for Xefania. The wall-off is no more. These 2 Elbats coming in here. Good night. There's nothing he can do. Actually, there is no Overseer here, so these Banshees are eventually going to be working, killing everything here. But the Thor comes out, and he gets destroyed right away. Bad day to be a Thor.
But that Thor was like, guys, do you think it's a good idea? And it wasn't. I mean, Xefania doesn't have a chance. Winter's just demolishing him right now. That planter at the 3rd base right now, not mattering at all. With Roach's Hydras in the main base, Xefania's pulling out.
Absolutely.
We're going to see GG in a second now.
What Winter said that he was not going to drop a single game, didn't he?
I think he said so, and it probably like wasn't like trolling or BM or anything. He probably just thought
he was just being straight up
win.
honest. Let me see. He's very comfortable right now, and like having the initiative into the best of 5 is pretty big. You have the psychological advantage over your opponent.
I mean,
it gives you the if you play cheesy. I mean, actually, I'm not making sense. Just
disregard that.
Yeah, disregard that, guys. I'm sorry.
Anyway, I mean, the thing is that Xefania's style is so specific. Even though he has been throwing it up a bit with the 2 port Banshees, it's just that Winter. Well, I know what you're going to do, so I can have a plan beforehand, just stick to that plan, and it's going to work perfectly. I mean, forcing your opponent to adapt on the fly is something which is really good to do, since most people don't really... It takes a lot of experience to know how to adapt on the fly in-game, but, I mean, Winter's not forced to do that. Winter can just do what he wants right now.
Yeah, it's like, when it comes down to that, it's about solidity. When you're playing against someone who's really, really solid with what they're doing, it's generally really difficult to get them thrown off from their sort of like guideline of what they're doing in terms of build and like game plan. And Winter just, he sets up a game plan and he just goes for it. And any sort of things that come in from the sides, he just adapts, and he's a very flexible player. He does not get thrown off, and that's why it's really difficult to get these sort of gimmicky plays, like 2-port Banshee, for example, now, to work against someone who's so solid.
It is, and yeah, that's a good point too. I mean, we can discuss these games forever, but we can't really disregard the fact that Xefania has been going for like a semi-all-in almost
both games
with 2-port Banshees. I mean, how weird would it be if you 2-port Banshees in this game too?
Honestly, I'm not gonna. I can't see 2-port Banshee ever working against Winter. No. Honestly,
not unless Winter is 100% sure it's not coming.
Yeah, but like he still ended up.
That would be mind games.
Oh yeah, most definitely. But let's jump into the 3rd game, and this is potentially match point right now for Xefania. The map is going to be Belshire Vestige. Take it away.
Yeah, and let's introduce the players here in the bottom right corner as the Red Sug player. From Love Your Girlfriend, he's up 2-0, and he's Winter.
Do you think he has a girlfriend?
I know that if he has, he's probably in love with her.
Probably loves her very much. And anyway, here we have Xefania spawning in the blue trunks in the top left corner here on Belgian Vestige. Can he bring it back? Xefania. It's going to be interesting to see. Now, Belgian Vestige. Mech. What are your thoughts on this?
Not the best map, but not the most terrible map. I mean, the only map where I'd say mech is like really good would be Eklund.
Only Eklund?
Pretty much. I mean, mech is not that strong in the current meta game, and Eklund is probably like the go-to map for mech. The only one which is like really good.
Oh, look at this winter scouting for 11-11. Just want to be really safe. I like this.
Yeah, I mean, this is a two-player map, so it's definitely possible that an 11-11 could be coming in. I mean, with the macro advantage that Winter has been having in the games, he probably just thinks that, well, I can sacrifice some early minerals just to be safe in the early game.
Yeah, absolutely. But then again, we see Xefania once again doing this exact same build, exact same opening build at least. Do you think he's going to be switching things up now?
I definitely hope he's going to.
Because I mean, the things that he's been doing now in game 1 and 2, they have clearly not been working, and I mean, he has to realize that.
I think so. I mean, this is the really early supply depot just to deny his scouting, which is actually not coming from Winter, which is a bit interesting. I mean, he went out with the drone to scout for any proxies. Actually, was scouted the Selnaga tower close to his base, and he just went back with the drone.
Well, I feel like at the Winter, he really understands EVT so well to the point of where he doesn't actually need to scout because he knows exactly what turret can have at what time. And because he didn't see, because he saw that it wasn't a proxy racks, he was like, yeah, well, okay, fine, you can do whatever you want. I'm just going to do my thing.
I mean, the big thing to scout for would be a command center first, or like something else. But
I don't think I think he doesn't
can't
expect
really
that.
adapt. Now, it's too late. He has thrown down the gas, has thrown down the spawning pool, so he couldn't really go for a third hatchery.
No. But still, I think that Winter doesn't really expect Xefania to switch up his play, because I mean, when Xefania played against Haravand, I believe he did like the same opener every single game there too.
Yeah, he did. I mean, if I were Winter, I'd probably... I mean, I'm not sure, but going for the two-put bench in the third game as well would be so weird.
Really ballsy.
So weird.
But like I said, I don't think it would work because Winter is just so solid. And I mean, he has a huge advantage coming into this, what could be the final game of this set. So Xefania is going to have to get an ace card.
Look at this most confident Reaper I've seen. It's like, oh guys, I got this.
Like Reapers, like, oh, their damage is just...
They don't actually damage buildings anymore.
Oh, do you remember back in the day when they had those charges that did like 35 damage?
I remember, like, I'm going a lot of Reapers on like one base against Zerg. Oh, you're building spine crawlers.
Yeah, you just completely destroy those.
Yes, when I have like
we almost trapped
Reapers,
You almost managed to trap that Reaper. Now he's just microing that out to his Husker sense. And we see a fast speed here coming out from Winter. No, never mind, that's going to be a regular time speed. And he's going to lose his Reaper. That is a bit clumsy there from Xefania. He does not actually want to give that away for free. That is all of his early game map control right now.
I mean, the scary real point really for Winter with this really fast speed build. I mean, he went for the spawning pool, for the gas before the spawning pool, so it's quite a fast speed.
Oh, okay.
I mean, the big thing that's going to be scarier for him is before his metabolic boost finishes, but that's only like 15 seconds away right now.
Yeah, something like that.
So, I mean, Winter
is coming out now, though.
It's probably really comfortable.
He did go for that second gas, and he's just going to be confirming that Xefania does actually go for an expansion build. Speed is just finishing, and he's going to be making more drones. Winter looking very, very confident right now.
He definitely is. I mean, Xefania did scout exactly when that speed finishes, so if he's really good at math, which I'm not sure if he studied anything like math or something, but if he was, he could probably time out when the earliest lair is going to be for Winter. I mean, when the tech is going to be coming out, but that would be that would require a lot of thinking.
Yeah, absolutely. Right now, I feel like Winter is just going by autopilot. I mean, he's getting his third base up. Oh, wait, he's getting Burrow really quickly.
Oh, this is interesting.
Burrowed Roaches. Like, he could go for Burrowed Roaches without a lair, but he's probably going to go get lair, Roach Burrow.
I mean, so far this
with the new patch, have they sorted it out so that Roaches actually have the same movement speed, like underground?
Yeah.
Oh, God, that's crazy.
And it's actually really good.
I have never seen that come to play. Not yet.
Yeah, I don't think I've done it either. I've just heard that it's going to be really good.
So hopefully we'll see that coming out of Winter here now.
But I can't see that if that's what he's going for. Why would he like rush the burrow before the lair?
I don't know. Like, what is he going to be doing with it though? I mean, what else would make sense?
Burrow a Ling at the third base and like burrow Lings around the map for vision. It's probably what I could expect.
Yeah, you could do that, but honestly, I don't feel that it would be viable. Oh, he's actually going to be getting these reinforcing Hellions coming out now.
Wow.
Oh, he does trap that actually. With a single circle, a single Ling on the other side.
This really shows the strength of Speed.
Oh, look at that.
I mean, he's not getting off the wall here. Xefania Winter.
No, okay. He peeled off a Ling there to focus down that SCB building, the command center. Some really cute back there. And he's actually going to be able to shut down one of those Hellions additionally. A few SCVs do fall, but not too many. He lost 5 or something like that.
Yeah,
4
he
or 5.
killed 4 SCVs
okay.
and softened them up a lot. Delayed the command center, but a really big victory also is pulling the Hellions back. I mean, there's not going to be any pressure on the map whatsoever.
Oh yeah, the Baneling that's just
finished. Going for a Roach Ling Bane aggression.
With Burrow. That's cool. I like that actually, the addition of Burrow. It's going to be that it's going to force a lot of scans. It's going to make it so much harder for Xefania to respond correctly to this. Winter, now for the first time, ramping up some pressure.
Yeah, I mean, this is just some kind of mass Hellion play for Xefania, skipping out on the Banshees this time.
This is not going to work at all. With the third CC, I just feel that he is sealing the deal. Oh wow, look at the number of Hellions though.
45, 50 armies to play against 28. The Banelings, the Roaches, and the
oh, the wall up is actually open. He doesn't even need to commit the Banelings against those depots.
Wow, he's just going to have to blow up so many SCVs! Look out for the Banelings SCVs! Oh, the Banelings, the Lings, the Roaches pushing through so many Roaches, and Hellions really can't do anything about that. One siege trick pops, but it's not being microed.
Oh no, he's not even sieging up, and that tank is going to fall. And the Hellions as well, with drones fighting Hellions in the natural era of Winter, but he does have the third base up, and he is still wreaking havoc in the main of Xefania coming in here now, and we're going to be seeing Xefania tapping out of this game very shortly.
GG, wow.
Clean sweep 3-0.
I mean, Winter. That was just domination. Winter knew exactly what was going on, and adjusted accordingly. The ironic thing is, wouldn't 2 per bench be pretty good in that third game?
It would have been really, really strong there.
That's pretty.
I don't know. I just feel like Xefania didn't just really know how to handle Winter.
Yeah, I mean, Xefania both players had a plan.
Yeah,
and went according to their plan. However, Winter's plan was better. Winter's plan was adjusted to Xefania's plan, while Xefania's plan was
it was a more he had a more flexible way of playing. Yeah. And I think it was just more, he had thought it out more. Like he had like pockets of space from where he would let his opponent like do things, so he could just adjust. It wasn't just like moving in a straight line, and if anything jogs out, he gets really thrown off.
Pockets of space. Special tactics from Winter in this game.
Yeah.
Leading him to the 3-0 victory.
And he's very impressive actually.
He's actually
I didn't expect that. Now. Oh really? No, but I actually didn't expect a 3-0.
No, me neither.
Yeah,
so
well,
very well played by Winter.
Yeah.
And with that, we are going to be jumping over to the interview with the man himself.
Go.
All right, I'm standing here talking to Winter. Man, you you showed us some quite convincing gameplay there.
I told you I wasn't going to lose a map.
Yeah, of course. Sorry, I didn't listen. Well, that was. I mean, it's not like you had any bad competition. He was playing really solid, really well.
He was playing really well. Like,
he was really
better than I expected.
Yeah, he was playing really well. But you had some. The casters were talking about some really adaptive gameplay. You're really good at picking up what's happening.
And the thing was, like, with at least the Banshees and stuff, I knew he was going to go Banshee beforehand, because I looked up him. Like,
yeah, well, that was probably an unfortunate choice in that case. So
yeah,
at that time, so it might have been you doing your research well.
Yeah, exactly.
So have you researched the players you're going to meet in?
Yeah, I know them both pretty well.
You know them both, yeah? Do they know you?
No.
No, awesome.
I got some cards up my sleeve.
All right. So you got some cards up your sleeve. I am expecting to see big stuff from you, man. Yeah. You're so cool. You're just a laid-back guy going, working for world peace, playing StarCraft, owning people up. That's cool. All right. Awesome. I'm not going to hold you too long here. You're going to get to talk more about the games in the players' couch. So you can start making your way over there and give us a big hand for our first semifinal winner. Woo!
Thank you.
Thank you. Awesome stuff. So with that, I'm just going to leave over to the player couch, and we're going to be loading in the players for the semifinal 2 here. So we'll be back with that as soon as they are ready in the booths. So take it away, Njal and Fubar.
Welcome back to the player couch. We have a revived player in here.
Yeah,
just like me and...
He's actually one of the players that lost before me and Fubar.
Yeah,
so
he kind of sucks. But he needed some confidence, so we're just going to interview him anyways.
We take good players, we take like players from all levels to welcome them to the couch.
So my first question to you, Didi, is why didn't you play in the casual tournament? Yeah, that's a dumb question.
I was considering playing in the casual tournament actually, but they have a rule where Masters players can't play in the tournament.
Oh, so you are a Master?
Yeah, unfortunately.
Actually, I'm just kidding. This guy is actually pretty good at StarCraft.
Yeah, he's beaten me several times on the ladder.
Yeah.
Very impressive.
So when did you get here?
I got here an hour ago. I was working before, so no time.
No time. So this was the first games you watched, right?
Yes.
Yes. So, what did you think of the series?
Like
pretty
being a third
one-sided,
player, no?
unfortunately.
Yeah, unfortunately, pretty one-sided. But Winter is actually like he makes Xefania look worse than he is because he's a really good player. Like he was a really solid macro player.
Yeah, for sure. That 2-port Banshee, so
Also,
much macro. Wow.
That is such a strange build.
I
mean, that was very
Winter
surprising.
is the good solid macro player, and he makes Xefania look bad because he's so solid.
Okay.
Dude, that was total sense. Much logic.
I think it was very interesting to see like the 2-port Banshee and the first game. I thought he was going to win actually. I was like, yeah, I'm calling it. Xefania got this game, man. And I was wrong. But I was being ironic at the time, so.
But I've been calling it the whole time. I think Winter's going to win this tournament for sure. That's what I've been saying.
Yeah, that's what he's been saying actually.
Yeah, that's what I've been saying too.
But you're a Zerg player, right?
Yeah.
So what do you think about his Zerg style?
Which okay, cool. Well, I like his style. I play a bit aggressive myself, but he does it better than I do, obviously.
Yeah, he is obviously a very good player. So, no, that was someone else.
You thought it was him.
So, was there any game where you're like having doubts about him winning, like me?
No, not really. It seemed one-sided.
He's a very solid player.
Like Xefania lost to Reapers like almost every single game, and the 2-port Banshees got shut down with almost no damage.
It's very dangerous.
It seemed very one-sided.
Hi, welcome. You want to sit in the couch? Sure. Talk about the games?
And explain yourself.
Yeah, explain yourself, man.
We're talking about your awesome games.
Yeah, they were awesome.
So good.
I mean, we always like to see new strategies and new play styles.
Here. I actually like that you try to choose 2-port Banshee because it's like a super throwback build from Wings of Liberty, like way back. Yeah. When did you decide to do that build?
Actually, that's the build I use on the ladder.
Is that your standard build?
That's like your only build, right?
Basically. And
hey, welcome
to the
Winter.
couch, man. Sit down. Let's squeeze into it so you can fit into the screen.
It's going to be super cozy. Super cozy.
Oh.
Okay. The 5-player couch is always the best couch.
Hi, man.
Hey.
How did you feel winning?
I felt good.
Was it? Did you ever doubt that you were going to win?
No. But
because it was
kind of lucky. No.
Lucky. You're like, all right, this guy likes mech. Let's just get roach upgrades from the beginning.
But the thing was, I kind of looked through your match history and stuff, and like, oh, he goes 2-port Banshee. Like, I better know that. Like, it's good to know. He goes Banshee every game as well. So you just went straight to get, the overseer and stuff. That's great.
So yeah, I was having some doubts like the first game when there were so many Banshees. No, there were like so many Hellions, and you lost like a lot of links to it. Yeah, and he came with like 3 or 4 Banshees flying at your third base. Yeah. But well, they died to Queens anyways. Anyways, you guys played some great games. I think they were very entertaining at least.
Xefania, did you feel like you got hard countered like without any scouting?
I'm not sure.
Because I was actually thinking, like, I didn't know you knew he was going to go 2-port Banshee. But when you as a Zerg get into the Terran Natural, there's no bunker, there's no Marines out, and there's a walling with 3 supply depots, not a barracks. Like, my first conclusion is always, all right, this guy's doing something weird with the starport, and I probably get sport
I
colors.
didn't even think about that.
You didn't think about it?
I was like,
what he's doing.
Like, damn it.
It looked like you had the sickest read. Yes, I know what he's going to do from that Hellion.
Oh, but I knew from the beginning. So
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it was pretty hilarious on Derek Watcher when you were scouting with the Overlord and you didn't even see anything but a tech lab.
Oh yeah, but I saw the tech lab, so I was like, oh, it's a 2-4 Banshee again.
Yeah, I know what it is from a tech lab. It's all right. I don't need to scout more.
On Derek Watcher, I had like a build in mind that is like a 2-2 push.
Oh shit.
So bad, man.
Yeah, fucking BS.
Where's the silence?
We asked you to turn it off, man.
Lucas, what the fuck?
Tenshi.
It's the casters calling me.
It's actually Tenshi calling.
Oh, it's Tenshi calling. What does he have to say?
What do you want
Make
to
it quick, man.
Like Tenshi can't get on the couch anymore.
Right, okay?
No, Tenshi's banned from the couch.
Okay, like actually, scoot out of the couch when you're talking to Tenshi.
Oh man, room.
Finally, some room.
It was cozy before, but now I can actually breathe too, so it's good. It's good.
Yeah, in game 3, I was going to ask. That was kind of funny because
the Belcher game.
Yeah, the Belcher game.
Oh, yeah, it was so perfect. Like with Ramba, you like went to Hallin's home, and I was like just like. It was just straightforward.
Yeah, I actually just felt the pain for you when like you didn't get the supply depot up. Then we noticed that there were actually a hole in the wall anyway, so it didn't really matter.
Not that it really mattered, no, because of no bunkers or nothing, but it was kind of funny. Like all the army just ran past it.
Yeah. First, like, all right, I'm gonna detonate my Bailey's on. Wait a second.
Yeah, exactly.
And it just went for the SCVs.
I was unsure if I should have done it because I didn't know if the roaches would get through or not. So I was like, I don't know, maybe.
Could you make a hole that's small enough for Zerglings but not big enough for roaches?
I think it's a 2-2 building like this.
Yeah, like on a diagonal.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so with that, you're through to the finals. Yeah. And the next match will be G-Ray C against Lunar.
Yep.
Exactly.
Who are you rooting for?
I'm real confident against Lunar because I beat him before.
Okay,
but
cool.
URC made a mule me last time I met him, so I want him to win so I can crush him.
Oh, I like that confidence. Instead of being like, I want the easy win, so you actually want the challenge.
Yeah, exactly.
That's
but
good.
it's easy as well.
So Lunar will be the easy win?
No. I'm more confident against URC, to be honest, actually.
And I don't want to be that guy, but everybody wants a TVC final instead of a ZVC final.
Oh, yeah, of course.
That's what that will always be that.
My CVC is not fun either, so...
Just mute us.
CVC is kind of funny. I love like Mega Shares against Lunar's games, they were great.
No, I didn't see them.
You didn't see them?
Yeah, because
you need to do your research, man.
Right?
Exactly.
Okay, do you have anything else you want to say?
No, I wish best of luck to the both finalists. No.
You still think you're going to win the whole thing?
Yeah, of course.
No problem, I win. Don't worry.
Okay, do you have a message to the next person who you're going to meet?
You're not going to win a map.
Oh, not a single map.
I haven't won a single map this far in the tournament.
You haven't lost a single map?
No.
I thought you said I haven't won a single map.
Said
Now you're bullshitting me.
So I gotta keep it going, you know.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Anyways, this has been very impressive.
It's been an impressive performance, and we really like watching your games. So.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah. So that's going to be it from the player catch right now, and I think we're going to a small break. So stay tuned for more StarCraft.